before the Vikings kicked the field goal to make it 13-3. That was our Drew Bledsoe, Mo Lewis moment. Because Teddy's in. It's over.
You're awful. Congratulations. You have hope for the future. I hate you.
Hey, and you know what? For being thrown in the fire like Teddy was, he looked pretty eyed. I mean, he did look for his check down very quickly, and he did evade the pocket very quickly. But then again, the offensive line is terrible because Matt Khalil can't block something that's easily blocked. And that is my joke there. Yes, but hey, you got Tom Savage.
Oh, my God.
And you have Ryan Mallet.
Why are we giving them French names? That's my question.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick. All right, fine.
Okay, we went from the Matts in Houston. There were always Matts quarterbacks, and now it's the Ryans. And so, yeah, we're cursed.
Wow. We are also cursed, too, so we should take a little break, and we'll be back. Claire-vs-Carlson Show. It's getting contentious up in here because I got Teddy and she don't. Back in a second.
Hope you lose.
From the random break, and Claire, how are the health stones bladder currently?
At the moment, they're okay. I get fearful because when I travel, they get ugly.
Do you have a gallbladder or kidney stones?
Well, you know what? Funny thing is, when I was growing up, I had kidney stones, but they went away, and now as an adult, I have gallstones.
Well, in the era when you grew up, it was pretty normal to have a pet rock, though. That was like all the rage, wasn't it?
I'm not 60.
Come on.
I mean, it's not that far. I'm closer to 60 than I am to 0, but, that's okay.
Closer to 0 is the number of starts that Johnny Manziel has made this far in the 2014 season, and probably for the foreseeable future because Brian Hoyer has been that is a smooth segue, Claire. Do not knock it. But Manziel did get in for a little trickeration in their game against the Baltimore Ravens. Johnny came in, handed off to Isaiah Crowell. Johnny ran to the sidelines. Him and Shanahan Jr. had a little fake argument on the sidelines, but he was an eligible receiver as he was in the field of play. Hoyer takes a snap, pops it over to Johnny for a nice little 39-yard gain, but Terrence West was not set. So illegal shift, illegal formation, and wipes out what ESPN would have surely ran for about 2 years as their headline porn. But Claire, the pride of Texas A&M, getting in there with a little trickeration. This has got to be exciting.
It was like a really cool play because you didn't really see it coming. Of course, I'm at a sports bar and there's every game on TV that's on, and I just happened to look and notice that.
Wait. You were in a bar?
Yeah.
You. No. All right, proceed.
Sometimes. So, yeah, I happened to be at a bar watching the Texans game, and then I look over, and then I see just like a replay, and I see Manziel arguing and with his coaches on the sideline. And then all of a sudden I see them like start shooing him away, and he turns and runs in and he catches the ball. And it was amazing, and it got called back for a penalty. And I don't know.
Damn it, Terrence West.
You know, it would have been fun to see him play some more, but it's cool they're trying to work him in. I'm just not patient about it. And I should be patient because I know it's good for everyone being patient with Johnny Manziel. I don't want to be patient. I want to see him do Johnny Manziel things.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why Shanahan's kind of doing it. It makes the opposing defensive coordinator prepare for it. And Pettin, when he was defensive coordinator of the Jets, he saw it firsthand when the whole Tebow package was in there. But they didn't obviously use Tebow correctly. And I don't know. I mean, if I'm Brian Hoyer, I know you don't really have a say in it since you don't really have a stranglehold on the job. But, if you're a top 15 NFL quarterback, which Hoyer obviously is not, why would you ever want to come off the field for a little shtick, a little trickeration? You think if you're a good enough NFL team, you can just beat them straight up.
Well, you would think, but
they're the Browns.
They're the Browns, and they're willing to try these crazy things, and they have new lifeblood in there because they have new lifeblood in there every 1 to 3 years, and that's the Browns. And you got to feel for Browns fans because they just want something good to happen. Every time it seems like something good's going to happen, it gets ripped away from them.
It's funny, with the whole runaround when they're trying to hire head coaches, but they couldn't find one and then eventually settled on Pettin. I honestly thought that there was a chance that they were going to bring Rob Jasinski back in after firing him. I honestly did.
That occurred to me too. That's funny that you would say that.
That would be the most Browns thing I could think of.
And how weird would it have been for Rod Jasinski to have to say, okay, I'll come back after you totally embarrassed me and humiliated me publicly. But
sure, I'll buy my house back at
you can
25%
see it happening.
Markup.
Yeah, you can see it happening. I mean, that's the Browns. But they got Pettin, and people seem happy, even though they're not really winning. People seem to be enjoying playing football in Cleveland right now. So good for them.
I do think it is kind of funny that Manziel came in with all the hoopla and fanfare, except Derek Carr, Bortles, Teddy, and possibly even Mettenberger with Locker hurt in Tennessee are all going to be starting before him.
Yeah. I mean, everybody is starting except for Johnny Manziel.
And who knows, if everything goes to hell in Texas or in Houston, Tom Savage.
No, he's not starting ahead of, at least not ahead of Ryan Mallett. And right now, we still have to admit, even though he had a horrible game, Ryan Fitzpatrick led Texans are 2-1. I'm not saying it can't keep going to hell in a handbasket, but right now, I'm not counting on Tom Savage being the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans.
Now,
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Speaking of
tangents
are fine. That's what we're all about. Fitzmagic, with his beard, speaking of tangent, I don't trust people with beards because I always feel like they're hiding something underneath. Like he's got like a ton of like herpes or psoriasis underneath there. I don't trust him.
Well, what if he does have psoriasis? What if this is like the most pleasant way he has of covering up a horrible skin condition? I'm not going to even acknowledge the herpes comment you made, except for
or in his collegiate days at Harvard, he got involved in the wrong crowd, and maybe he got a little swastika on his chin, and now he has to cover it up.
Are you kidding me?
He has to cover his shit. Hey, I don't know. Have you seen him without a beard lately?
Lately? No, but I know that he has been without a beard at some point in his career. Don't make me look this up.
Everyone with a beard, I assume, has some sort of unflattering tattoo on their chin. That is how I think.
Yes, I see. There are pictures of him. There are pictures of him without a beard, even playing for the Bills.
Those pictures are as doctored as what Ray Rice contends his video is doctored. Contends. You can do a lot of things with Photoshop, Claire.
Ugh, Ryan Fitzpatrick looks like a dude I accidentally dated one time.
How do you
Sorry,
accidentally
he
date a
does.
dude?
It's grossing me out. I accidentally dated a guy who looks like Ryan Fitzpatrick, kind of.
Well, how do you accidentally date a dude?
Mm. It just shouldn't have happened. Like a car accident. It shouldn't have happened. It's an accident.
It was like an icy morning in Houston, and you slipped on the sidewalk, and you just fell into his lap.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. It was an accident.
That
These
random
things happen.
icy morning in Houston once in a great. Hey, well, all right. So, question. I don't know if he's married or not, but who cares? Would you date Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Well, if we had a good conversation, but now he reminds me of this dude I dated, and now I can't look him in the face.
What's the bar that you frequent in Houston? What's your local watering hole?
My favorite sports bar would be Nick's.
All right, so
Nick's
Fitzpatrick rolls into Nick's after a big win on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon. They get a big win at home. He rolls in. He's in a celebratory move. He walks up to you with his beard and his belt buckle because he's a fake Texan. And he's like, "What's up, little lady?" What do you do?
No.
That
we can talk, but I'm not doing. I purposefully don't want to date guys with beards because
you want to ride the mechanical bull. There's not a mechanical bull here. I know. Uh-huh.
Oh God. No. And I don't do the whole country thing. I'm super anti-country. So,
you live in Houston.
That's just not happening. I know. It makes life hard. It is what it is.
At least you don't live in Sealy, Texas, the home of Eric Dickerson, which we corrected from last show.
That's correct. Eric Dickerson is from Sealy, Texas.
Where did I say? Someplace random.
You said Plano?
Plano,
which is up by Dallas.
All right, it doesn't matter. Speaking of what else doesn't matter is that the Bengals are my new backup team as they are 3-0, rolling into their bye. The Red Rifle is slanging it. That defense is still balling post-Zimmer, and I like their chances this year. They're my new backup team because the Jaguars have been an abortion so far, and so I've left them. They are no longer my backup team.
So you're not going to jump back on the bandwagon now that Bortles is the guy?
No, I can be I can be fickle. I can be very bandwagony with my backup team. That's my prerogative. It's when people do it with their favorite team. That's when it gets a little sickening. But the little background noise, the little second string team, that's fine. And heck, if the Bengals bangle it, maybe I'll go back to the Jaguars and Blake Bortles and Lindsey Duke. Hello.
Oh, okay. But can we just tangent real quick about that NFL commercial, the new one, where the woman and her husband were like opposite teams, and then the daughter became a Bengals fan, and then the other daughter met Emmitt Smith and became a Cowboys fan, and then they had little Eagles children, and they're wearing every stupid thing that you could possibly buy from the NFL shop online. And come on, man. People don't act like that. Real people don't. That's just stupid. That commercial made me angry.
Yeah, that is absolute fiction because people just don't adopt new teams willingly. Because did you see that picture from the Washington-Philadelphia game where the son was wearing an RG3 jersey and like a backwards Washington hat, and then the father had an Eagles jersey on, and it was customized where it said "Bad Father" on the back. So come on, that's kind of funny. That's funny.
That's real funny. Because that does happen. Okay, on occasion, like the child in a family will like a player or something and become a fan of a team. Those things happen. But
especially in the age of fantasy football.
Okay, sure, yeah, that makes sense. But come on, that commercial was just way over the top and uncalled for. NFL needs to get it together. They don't even know who their fans are anymore.
Yeah, and plus, with such deep roots with the Bengals, I don't think the son would go willy-nilly off and become a Steelers fan because of, he ate a bunch of Roethlisberger. So, go Steelers, go alleged criminals.
Right, alleged. I don't know. That commercial is indicative of a whole bigger problem in the NFL. That's all I'm saying.
Surprised the Ravens weren't in there. Actually, I think they changed that commercial because I think initially there's a lot of Adrian Peterson Vikings gear in that commercial, but I think they superimposed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they superimposed